before? Not that I can remember. I usually drink coffee after all, like when we were in town. This is nice, though. As we settle down to sip, Hinako seems to become more relaxed, or at least a bit more less tense about my presence. We all finish our cups at the same time when Hinako, flailing rather badly at hiding her anticipation for the cake that's sitting to the side begging to be eaten. Come to think of it, I'm feeling very eager myself. First things first, though. Lily? Yes, now it's good. Each of us knowing exactly what the other means, I lean sideways and dig around in my bag for the doll I bought Hinako as Lily gets up and retrieves her gift. Holding our gifts in our hands, we present them both on the table at the same time. Happy birthday! Hanako silently sits looking at them for a second on end, out of sheer surprise. My little wooden doll, replete with Victorian era dress and little hat, lies next to a little brown and fluffy stuffed bear from Lily. She clutches at her gown as she moves to speak, not taking her eyes off the modest presents. Thank you, Lily and Hisao. Aww! Her voice begins to crack as Lily reaches forward, wrapping her in a soft embrace. This is so freaking adorable. If your heart doesn't melt, I don't know what's wrong with you. The sight of Hinako holding Lily so tightly is heartwarming. See? Even Hisao's like, yeah, man. So much so that I couldn't wipe the smile off my face even if I wanted to. As Lily gently rests her face on Hinako's head, she speaks so quietly and softly that I can barely hear. Happy birthday, Hinako. Happy birthday. Hinako gives a small nod, holding on to Lily for a time before breaking off and wiping an eye. I guess that for Hinako, simply having anyone to be there and love her would be special. The fact that Lily and I can now share that role for her is something I think I will always be grateful for. Oh! Even more cuteness. Hinako gently takes the doll and teddy bear, holding them both to her chest as she warmly smiles. For a long time, all three of us simply sit in happy silence. The quiet is not broken until Lily's soft voice beckons. Shall we have at the cake, then? Super cute smile. Jeez, Hinako super cute mode activate. Her proposal is met with two looks of unhidden anticipation. No arguments from me. Okay. Phew, that was good. I contentedly sit back, both Lily and Hinako looking just as satisfied with the food as I. It took me some effort, but we managed to finish off the cake in one go. I don't think I could fit any more in. Holy, no stuttering or anything. She's become more comfortable. I think next time I'll buy a smaller cake. Hinako and I give a chuckle, but I can't help noticing that. Come this time next year, Jesus, we'll have graduated from Yamaku. That fact is somewhat depressing, since I finally feel as if my life is starting to get back into some sort of order. Idly looking around Lily's neat and orderly room, her books catch my eye once again. This may be a little impetuous, but my curiosity gets the better of me. Besides, I don't think she'll mind in any case. Hey Lily, do you mind if I take a look at one of your books? You're quite welcome to, Hisao. That said, if you can overcome 2 language barriers, I will be quite impressed. 2, Braille and right, English. She gives a nod. I knew you were studying English, but I'm still amazed that you're this proficient at it. One could say it is a perfect way to avoid people borrowing my collection. She says it in a jest, but I am a little disappointed. Having all these books around me, with no way of reading them, feels like one big tease. Hinako giggles quietly as I reach over the closest pile, plucking the topmost book with only a cursory glance. Death on the Nile, in large letters on the cover, is the only printed text to be seen. I sit down for a while with the book open on my lap as Lily and Hinako talk. Try as I might to feel out the dots of Braille printed on each page. They seem to blend into one another and become indistinct. I thought this to be a lot easier than it actually is. With some practice, though, I could see someone with a better sense of touch than mine managing to read at a pretty fast pace. Speed. God damn it. Noticing a silence that has probably begun earlier, I look up from the dotted page to see Lily smiling as Hanako sips another cup of tea. Is something wrong? Quite the opposite. Your curiosity is quite endearing. I've been inordinately pleased by the praise, though I can feel my cheeks heating up a little. Thanks, but I don't know how else I could act. To be honest, I wasn't altogether sure of how you saw us, since you were a new transfer student from another school. If you'd pitied us, I would have been quite offended. There's a certain edge to Lily's voice, one that it possibly placed as pride. Glancing over to Hanako, she seems even more subdued than usual, looking towards Lily rather than me. I wouldn't worry about that. Considering the position I've found myself in, I'm perhaps the last person that should be dispensing pity on others. My parents' first interactions with me after my heart attack, I wouldn't want anyone to see that kind of face. I catch myself from going any further, but not soon enough. Both the girls seem to be put off, Lily especially. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone that far. An awkward silence reigns for a few beats, thankfully ended as Lily's head perks up in a gesture I've come to easily recognize. Hear something? The door. Oh, I know who it is. Everyone looks towards it, trusting in Lily's senses. True enough, the door handle shudders and turns, and a flash of yellow and black slipping through. Akira Sato is in the house. Happy birthday, Hanako. Ah, thank you. Akira takes a seat at the table as she plops her tall bag beside her. She had her trademark boisterous air around her, making no small deal of her entrance. Stop recording soon, but I'm gonna get through this. Hinako clutches her gown to steady herself, but doesn't appear too shaken after she settles down. I guess she must have met Akira before, not a huge surprise given how close Akira and Lily are. Akira doesn't seem the least bit put off by Hanako's scarring, despite its prominence, but she also doesn't pull any punches in how she acts despite Hanako's shy nature. I thought you'd said you'd have to work, Akira. Did you manage to get off for a while? Kinda. I feel bad about ditching the guys doing overtime, so I gotta get back soon. But I felt bad about not coming to your cute little Hanako's birthday, too. So for now, I'm here. She grins widely at Hanako, who flowers into a full blush as she pins her eyes downwards towards her lap. Her mouth seems to widen and retract over and over, as if she's trying to suppress a smile out of embarrassment. It's a little strange how her reactions seem to be more immediate and forceful than when she's embarrassed by the way she looks. All she manages to give in return is a tiny nod, failing to hide her appreciation to any great extent. Not that many people give her positive attention, I suppose. It makes me respect how well Akira can handle her, making her so happy compared to what little I could do. Now then, before I go, she reaches into a bag beside her and grandly displays its contents. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part. Out come 2 large glass bottles, both with long French names on the labels. Hanako's expression is an odd mix of surprise and curiosity, and I suspect mine's no different. Lily, not seeing the proceedings, is oblivious to what's going on. Akira, this isn't... What is it? Wine. 1 red, 1 white. Akira, that's... Relax. It's not like Shizune's here to scold you. Lily has a point. That's not exactly allowed on campus. Or anywhere, really. We're still short of the legal drinking age, remember? Rich words for someone practically drooling as they examine a bottle. She got me there. I was genuinely interested in trying some, even just a little. While Hanako may not be handling one herself, her look does tell me that she's far from opposed to the notion as well. Lily rubs her forehead, giving up the fight. She knows Akira would win due to simply not caring enough about those funny rules and regulations. Just don't breathe a word of this to anyone in the school, please, I beg of you. I'm not stupid, don't worry. That said, I gotta get back to work pretty soon. So soon, but you only just arrived. Sorry, Lily. Good to see you two again, though. And you, Hisao. See you later, then. Goodbye, Akira. She levers herself up with a grunt and waltzes out of the room, leaving us alone with the two items on the table. Interesting. Lily gives us a nervous giggle as her sister's antics as Hinako takes a wine bottle. So, what do you think, Lily? She rests her elbow on the table, pinches the bridge of her nose, thinking things through. She really doesn't seem to be able to keep up with her sister. Well, it's already here. We may as well have some. No sooner does she say it than I take a quick glance around the room for glasses. A small groan above me reminds me that Lily retired to rest on her bed for a bit a few minutes ago. Almost completely drained of energy, I managed to stand up and drag myself to the side of the bed, sitting down and leaning my back against it. Good God! Ugh. Lily's groan sounds lifeless. Too much to drink? My head hurts. Yeah, too much to drink. I rest my head back and idly stare at the ceiling. What an unmitigated disaster. Like proper idiots, we all drank that night away with one glass after another. Nako simply fell to the side asleep, and it's a miracle I don't feel as ill as Lily. Hey, Sal, I'm sorry about today. I didn't think this would happen. It's fine, Lily. To tell you the truth, I had a lot of fun today. Really? I think Hanako did too. No, she certainly did. There's a short silence. I wanted to see them talk drunk and stuff, but oh well. There's a short silence before another groan resounds from the supine Lily. You okay? As you said, I just drank too much. What's the time? The time? I quickly look at my wristwatch. Its numerals barely legible in the gloom. About midnight. Curfew's in effect then. Yeah, I guessed as much. Well, I'll have to sleep here for tonight. As soon as I say it, I hear the sheets moving as Lily starts to sit up. Hinako? No, go back to sleep. Don't try to get up. It's how I have to. You're in worse shape than me by any stretch. Get some rest. But what about, I'll grab some spare blankets and put them over her. Don't worry. As I give a deep yawn and stand to retrieve them, I hear her lie back down with a soft thud. Thank you, Sal. No problem. It's the least I can do. You look outright wasted. I'm not wasted. Just a little bit tired. She starts pouting, a slight slur beginning to distort her words as the alcohol takes hold of her again. I grab a couple of blankets rolled up at the end of her bed. Quietly walking over to Hinako, I carefully lay the blankets over her peacefully sleeping figure, making sure not to wake her up. The thick smell of alcohol coming off her breath makes me no doubt she'd wake up no matter what I did, though. I stand and take one last measure of the room. Two girls, both very drunk, and one guy sleeping overnight with them in the female student dorm. What a scandal that'd be if it broke out. As I move to sit back down on the side of the bed, I steal one last glance at Lily. Her sprawling, disheveled figure lies rested peacefully, slightly turned to the side. I crouch down to get a better look. Her white skin blends in with the white pillow in the bed, till a look of slumber-born peacefulness on her face. Usually she seems so confident and forward, always there and caring for Hinako. Now, though, she seems painfully delicate. Think back to Hinako's presence. I thought it'd be a nice occasion for her, but I'd hardly expect it to be so moving. One birthday after another, year after year, just she and Lily all alone. I guess it wasn't just the presents she liked. Resigning myself to an uncomfortable sleep, I sit down at the side of the bed once again and rest my tired arms beside me. Hey, Hisao? Lily's voice is so quiet I can barely hear it. She must be on the verge of sleep. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you? For what? For being here. That's okay. As I hear a deep breath, it's obvious Lily's gone to sleep. After closing my eyes, it doesn't take long for slumber to take me as well. Hisao? Hisao, are you? The soft, barely audible voice lingering in my ears slowly wakes me. I wish I could be woken like this more often. With a mumble, I slowly open my... Whoa! Ah! Taken by surprise at the face hovering curiously mere millimeters from mine, I make our heads collide with a harsh thud. The impact of our foreheads causes both of us to fall backwards and yelp in pain. Lily sounding more like a squeak toy than a person. Ow, ow, ow. I slowly rub my forehead with one hand, supporting myself with the other. Lily lies a few feet ahead, doing the same, just the same. Her face obviously pain. Ah, sorry, your face was kind of close, and I acted on a reflex. You okay? My head. Seems she's not actually okay. Come to think of it, I doubt that the impact alone was causing her head so much pain. Hangover? You drank a fair bit last night. She silently nods in confirmation as I lever myself up. I offer a hand and help her back onto her feet. Glancing behind her, I find that Hanako's still fast asleep. It's not fair, I only drank as much as you did.